It was my work bag. I brought it to work with me, and
the fanny pack, what's the situation with that?
it was my work bag. I brought it to work with me, and
The fanny pack, what's the situation with that?
it was my work bag. I brought it to work with me, and
But what?
We need to. All right, and starting now.
I actually did watch.
Cut.
I watched just because the trial was on yesterday. I had nothing to do. I was watching stocks, and I also watched a good segment of Africa Adito again. That might be my new the whole fucking Mondo Kane series might be my whole new favorite fucking shtick. Just because it's like, why the fuck is this legally like? Why can I buy this on DVD? Why is this on YouTube? There's literally a part that I have never seen before of Africa Adito where there's a fucking Rhodesian fucking bush soldier, like one of the white soldiers, who's the first part is they're all chilling and like cleaning their guns and smoking cigarettes, and this dude's just flapping his fucking dentures at the camera. It's like, what the fuck is this? And then it immediately, like 10 seconds later, cuts to like this skirmish going on where all those same soldiers are now in an APC firing a belt-fed Browning machine gun at a bunch of these mercenaries or the fucking rebel soldiers that have no fucking idea what's going on. Which, by the way, a little fucking side note about that conflict, I read a little bit further about it when the I forget what the fucking factions were, but when the white Africans were capturing prisoners of war from the black African rebels, they were looking at their sights. And you know how, like, on top of a gun, there's, like, an iron sight?
Yeah.
It's called a rangefinder, and it's got like a bunch of little numbers on it so that you can like adequately determine like what the bullet drop is going to be, like how much you need to compensate
I've seen it
upward.
in Call of Duty.
Yeah, like so it's like a thing. So it goes like up
It's
to
like a thing, man.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's like a thing. It's like a gun thing. You probably never heard of it. But yeah, that thing's fucking thangalanging. Yeah, like they all the fucking captured soldiers, they would pull their rifles off them, and their sights wouldn't even be like zeroed. They'd be like all the way maxed out. So if you were to look like ADS, like aim down sight, and look at this rifle, you would be aiming like 20 fucking feet above the head of whatever you're trying to hit. Not even at your own head. It's just like you're completely firing like well above, like, because you're overcompensating. So they eventually like got it out of a fucking prisoner why they were doing that. And the guy was like, oh, it makes the rifle shoot more powerful.
Really?
So he's like, no,
They're just aiming down.
They're just like aiming at nothing. They're just aiming down sight with the fucking sight zeroed in it like a fucking tree. Like,
But it makes it more powerful somehow.
No, to them, no, absolutely not. They just thought that like because a bigger number equaled more power out of the rifle. That has nothing to do. That
makes sense.
No, it has. That's fucking retarded.
I see the logic.
Yeah.
Some bobs.
So I read that. I read some other shit too. I read some shit about the deep sea that I'm really itching to talk about. Fucking there's this one thread that I was in about the deep sea on 4chan, and there's a guy who posted a green text that I've never fucking read before, but it was like this guy that's a deep sea he was like an arc underwater welder, like, and he was like talking about how like it's like a high risk job, and like a lot of the things that can go, like a lot of times people are like, oh, I saw a mermaid or whatever. But yeah, there's have you ever seen that picture of that big squid that they got a photo of off it's like got the long spindly arms? So the thread or the green text was specifically about that ocean anomaly called the bloop, where it was like a fucking sound that got
call my Pekka.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Boo.
That's a good one.
So bad.
That is good. Yeah, the bloop was like a they have like all these like oceanographic institutes that set up channel markers with these like sensors that detect like sounds and like depth and you know how ferocious the waves and shit are, and it's just like there to observe it. But yeah, one of these channel marker fucking things picked up this anomaly where it was like a sound that sounded like someone cracking like their knuckles like that, like into the fuck, and it just doesn't like correlate with anything that they like. Doesn't sound like whales or porpoises or like anything that should be in the ocean near it. So like
fucking Poseidon cracking his Pekka.
So this guy's theorizing that it's like this prehistoric you know what like a cephalopod is? Like an octopus?
Yeah.
Basically. So there's like different, like the further down you get, like the high pressure, low light areas of the ocean, there's cephalopods that are like squids and octopus and shit that they just operate on. There you go. Fucking lighten it up. Fucking
blunt cat.
Fucking time to get high, babe. We're gonna talk about the deep sea.
Fucking getting zooted.
Getting high in the ocean. Not even near the ocean.
Here we are.
Closer than I was to Louisiana, Jesus. But yeah, fucking this
Cephalopod. This is the cephalopod cast.
Yes.
Syphilis cast pod.
I'm catching it. Yeah, no, they were theorizing it. It's like this prehistoric. Do you know what a hive mind is? Like where like it's like a collective of creatures that don't independently think for themselves, but they're all made of like the same genetic material.
I've heard the phrasing, but I don't think I'm actually
like think of like a beehive, how like bees like don't really have like an individual personality, but they have like this
or like an ant colony or something.
Exactly. They just kind of like organically know what to do. So there's like the theory
instinctually.
Yeah, like there's this like theory that there's these like instinctual like hive mind cephalopod things that are real flat, and like down at lower depths what you generally have is like things that operate in very low energy like situations.
Low vibes, man.
Low fucking turn it down at the bottom of the sea, man. Went rock bottom with plankton and SpongeBob, man. No, he's so fucking bad.
He said rock bottom. It's fucking bikini bottom.
Well, the rock bottom's where they go when they get off the bus at the wrong stop.
Is it? Oh,
yeah. But wait, we're trying to podcast over here.
Some guy out there with his hunting dog. We
Start
just
hearing
get shot in the head.
Gunshots.
The show must go on.
Ow!
Joe, comment. And you're fucking dead.
Get that before you dial 911, you jerk.
I wouldn't dial 911.
I would wait a minute, see how this goes.
I ain't a fucking narc.
See how this bit develops.
I ain't no rat.
But yeah, I was like fascinated.
Yo, help me hide the body.
I was fascinated by this shit. They were saying that there's like these low energy fucking hive mind. Like, so imagine like a colony of bees that just like walk along the ocean shore or the ocean floor. And they
Candy
have
cells, cephalopods by the seashore.
But yeah, they like pick the occasional dead thing or whatever off, and it was like what it is like all these things syncing up at one time. They made that bloop noise. I was like fucking dorking out. Then they said that Davy Jones' locker might just be a squid. Do you know what Davy Jones is? Like the fucking guy that walks.
Man of the sea.
Yeah, guy that like walks around on the bottom of the ocean. So there was like a guy who reported that there's like a squid that he was seeing, and like because they're low energy at that depth, what they do is like they just kind of dangle and wait for something to like cross its paths, and then that's when it like snaps into action because it knows it's gonna get food. It's like an innate reaction, like a knee-jerk reaction or whatever. But the way it just kind of drifts is it's like its tentacles dangle, and it looks like it's like walking. But like if you were to like be on the ocean floor as like a man-sized person, this thing must be like 3 stories tall, and it's got like these fucking long legs that walk along the fucking ocean floor.
Weird.
Dude, right? Like, I don't know. I was like completely tripped up by this. They're saying these fucking, the bloop things, the fucking hive mind shit could like devour an entire whale. Like they'll just move over it like a cart. Like, you know the scarabs in The Mummy when they like take over the people and then eat them and they're just bones left? Like that's what they do. I'm like,
I believe it too.
Like there's 8% I think of the ocean.
Frolicking in the
fucking
in the ocean, and then the cephalopod.
Yeah, the fucking
hive
mind comes and tickles your dick. Yeah. All that's left is a fucking helmet. Just a little strand.
Just the tube.
I wonder what it'd be like to mouthfuck a piranha.
Not great.
Probably, yeah, probably not.
Like sticking your helmet in a fucking garbage disposal.
That sounds like fun. You mean my...
It's not even censoring yourself anymore. She's just a fixture on this pod.
She fucking sent me a video, or no. She was on her story. Her just like ripping a fart in nature. Like she's just out in fucking nature ripping. Yeah, exactly.
She was.
I haven't talked to her.
Yesterday on her story, she was like at a skate park riding around on like a knee board, like dropping in, like actually going kind of quick, looking kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
On like one of those gym class like knee board.
Oh, one of those like little fucking plates that
like
have
a
wheels
little
on.
scooter thing, yeah, with like handlebars on it though. And then they met some dudes there, and they were like dragging them around the parking lot in a pickup truck, like wakeboarding, but on a fucking gym class kneeboard.
So happy I'm out of the South. So happy. Can I
It
get
looked pretty fun.
Can I get a round of applause for leaving? Fucking no, fuck that. I hate the South.
Yeah, how was your trip home?
Terrible. I fucking hate Louisiana. Alabama sucks. Mississippi was kind of cool because all the ladies were interested in my fucking suave dago-ness. That was like kind of interesting. Like, I guess they just don't have Italians down there because, like,
Italian.
I checked into the hotel I should preface this. One of my exes from New Orleans is from Mississippi originally. She's from Meridian, Mississippi, which I drove through. It's a big truck stop. And, yeah, she was, like, always fascinated by my last name. And, like, when I would get her high, she would just be like, like, once in a while, I don't know, it'd just be out of the blue. She'd be like, your last name is very funny. And I'm like, why is my last name funny? And she's like, what are you watching? Oh, shit! Yeah, Popeyes got hit by
Took
the
me that long to find a Louisiana sound effect.
The Popeyes in the town I lived in got hit by the hurricane, and they were putting a new roof on it when I was there. There was people lined up like,
How about a little fucking chicken for the chippa?
The only place that had any food was Walmart, so I had to fucking camp out at Walmart in the parking lot and get some fucking grub there. Oh, wait, no, that's not true. I had the El Paso that was down there. Wait. Anyway, back to Mississippi.
Could you even get into Walmart without a vaccine?
Yeah, I could get into Walmart without a vaccine. The only places you couldn't go were
Bars and
fucking
casinos.
Bourbon Street and fucking, like, everywhere down there. Oh, this is the hot coffee. The hot coffee take by Jake. It's so fucking dumb. We're the gay SMR podcast.
Penis.
So yeah, fucking,
Why is coffee so bad but so good?
it's great. It's
It's
fucking
like not even good.
It's great.
It just dries your mouth out. It just tastes like mud.
That's the point.
It's like, yeah, it's like
diarrhea.
It's an acquired taste.
It's a diarrhea juice.
Yeah.
It's like, it's all you need it for. It's like, it doesn't need
I
to
like
taste
creamer too. I put a lot of half and half in my shit. No sugar.
good. What do you? So you just
Dark
go
roast.
just creamer, dark roast. That's it. No sweetener.
No,
Or is it
no
like you use
sweetener.
flavored half and half? Like,
No, I just use half and half. Or like if I go to Starbucks, they have heavy cream. I'll get that.
Why not one or the other?
What?
My grandpa used to say that when he would ask for a
half
half
and
and half. Why not one or the other?
What is half and half? Is it half heavy cream, half skim milk or something?
It's half heavy cream, half milk. Yeah, I think just regular milk. But yeah, it's like
I fuck with heavy cream.
I like heavy cream. When I'm at work, we use the heavy cream and the cheese, and like if I have to do a half batch of cheese, I put the heavy cream in my coffee. That shit's sweet as fuck.
Yeah,
man.
it's good.
It's like sweet without being like too sweet. It's
Yeah.
like nice.
I get that I'll get at Starbucks. I think we talked about this on the podcast before. But the iced Americano. It's just an espresso drink. It's like espresso and water. And then I just add heavy cream to it.
I had my first Americano the other day when I was on the road. Actually, that was when you called me. I was I just had gone to get gas and I got Starbucks and they didn't have any decaf coffee. They were like, "You make it decaf Americano," and I was like, "Will it keep me up?" And they're like, "No, not really." And I'm like, "All right," and took it. And then like
Kept you up.
until I smoked that fucking joint at the gas station. Yeah,
Panic attack. Thought you were going to the feds.
dog. I like
What state was that in?
that was in Tennessee. Like
So
it
is
was
it
not
no
the
semblance of legality or medical.
no.
or
I
anything
looked up all the fucking states that
there?
it
I'm
was
from
legal.
Jersey. It's legal there.
Well, yes,
Ain't legal
so
here,
it was
boy.
it was good through Delaware's good.
Spread them and cough.
Virginia,
Virginia's legal.
Well, that was why I was going for Virginia because I knew if I could fucking make Virginia, I would just be able to like walk around and smoke as many joints as I wanted. But like I was just running out of fucking gas. Like I mean like physically, I was just tired. So like. Yeah, I like got to this gas station and I'm like, oh, there's a Waffle House right there. I can eat. I got like another hour of driving and I can get to fucking Virginia. I'll be good. And then like I see the Waffle House. Waffle House is just vacant. So it's just me and I'm like, hey, well, you're making my food. I'm going to step outside and smoke real quick. They're like, yeah, go for it. So I step outside.
Get fucking high,
fucking
baby.
spark up in the fucking whip.
Fucking
and then-
loaded.
I'm like in the fucking whip lighting up, and I look up, and this cop car just pulls into the fucking parking lot. I'm like, fuck! And it's like just me there. It's like me and the employees. And the cop like sees me, makes eye contact with me, and I kind of like make eye contact with him, but he can't see the joint. But like it is visibly smoky in my car.
You're just deer in the headlights.
And I just walk inside, grab my fucking food, and then leave. And there is just smoke billowing out of my car. And as I'm getting back in my truck, like I see him kind of like looking over the counter, like, is that what I think it is? And it's just literally fucking the first hotel right across the street. I just go there. Hi, do you have a room for the night? Yeah, we can help you. All right, cool. I need to just get off the road for the night. Like, I was so fucking, like, startled. I went out to get gas later, too, and I saw a cop car and, like, basically just backed
it. Did you stash the joints in the room at that
point? Yeah, but I just, like, backed it fucking back in and was like, nope, not fucking taking the risk. Like, because I don't want to make, like, a left turn where I'm not supposed to, somewhere in town. You look like
you just don't even it's funny because even when you stash the drugs at home or whatever, you got nothing on you and you see a cop, you still get that feeling. Like,
every time.
I don't even want to. And it's like, I know I'm not going to jail, but I just don't even feel like being bothered right now. I don't want to deal with the whole fucking 15 minutes of, yes, sir, I'm sorry, sir, fucking.
I had $10,000 on me in a fucking check, and I'm like, the last thing I want them to think is like, oh, proceeds of crime.
Drug dealer,
it's like, yeah,
he's
like,
coming to buy Percocet from
got
the pain clinic.
$500 cash. That can go pretty far down here.
I make $10,000 a year, Cletus. What you make?
That's exactly what I'm afraid of.
We can leave this Italian in the ditch and fucking double our salaries.
Yeah, pretty much.
He reached for his weapon.
Dude, that was the other thing too. I was happy I didn't I was traveling with fucking pot on me.
Why didn't you cash it? Why didn't you wait till you got home to cash it?
Because so this is how fucked up Louisiana is. They fucking all they all got their FEMA checks.
Yeah, I know.
Because it got hit by that fucking hurricane. So everybody gets what's called FEMA vouchers until you get your check. So a portion of, you file your insurance claim, and there's like an insurance claim that gets filed like through your insurance company. But then if you're in like a dire straits situation, holy shit. Damn, baby. It just downed an entire fucking bottle of water. One fucking shot.
The water champ, baby. Coming for you, Tom. Ain't shit. Break your other arm.
Fucking already started beef with other podcasts. This is our 10th episode.
24 subscribers. He's got 24 million.
Yeah, exactly. In the bank. Fucking, but
probably more than that.
Oh, easily. They got fucking deals with Netflix and shit. Like, yeah, he's got fucking bank for days. Like, but yeah, like they all get their fucking FEMA vouchers, which are like one until your insurance check clears. Like FEMA, just you gonna do it? You gonna do it? Do it. It's so stupid. It's so good. But yeah, like that was like. So that you get a voucher and it puts you up in a hotel room and it gives you like I think like a meal stipend, so it's like $50 a day or something like that to eat. So
they're loving that.
Everybody, yeah, like nobody goes to work. They just fucking live at hotels. Like it's like, oh, we got a vacation. So
the staycation.
The FEMA program also, like when you get those stipends, if you like don't get it immediately, you have a check that accrues kind of like unemployment, where if you don't like file for the 1 week or like 2 weeks or whatever, the next time you file you get that lump sum as one. So like if you're back owed like $50 a day for like 2 months, like that's a good chunk of change coming your way. Yeah. So like everywhere around there, every fucking bank, every fucking like cash for gold is like cash for FEMA checks. And like I'm like, all right, Navy Federal's probably not fucking around with this. Sure enough, I go there, the line's like 2 hours long, and it's just a bunch of people. And I don't mean this to be like a black thing. This is the demographic of people from Louisiana that are, why come I can't get no cash? And it's like I heard that coming into the line and stood there for 5 minutes, realized the line wasn't moving. I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
You're like, all right, I'm checking out,
guys. It was a fucking melange of colors, if that's what anybody's getting hung up on. But no, it's just like bunch of fucking people just waiting for a fucking government handout. It's like, I had to come down here and work, goddammit. I want to cash my check. Like, oh, you're jamming me up, ma'am. Like, but I couldn't get a fucking hotel room for under $300 a night. I fucking tried to find, like, I went to all the places and it's all the fucking FEMA workers that are just like, yep, getting that stipend, so we're gonna put up here. Can I get 11 rooms for 10 days? Like, some guy was checking in front of me and like literally was asking because he's got a road crew. He's like, can I get 11 rooms for 10 days? And then the lady like looks past her and it was like, hi, can I get one room for one night? And she's like, this gentleman just booked everything up. And I just said, oh, go fuck yourself, and walked out. And the guy just kind of like chuckled, and I'm like this close to fucking spazzing.
You're like on the edge of a fucking mental breakdown.
Dude, completely on the edge. Like, I was like so fucking wound up because they would like, I don't know why I ended up telling the story backwards, but yeah, like I fucking got there. Everything went smooth up until I got the trailer out of fucking storage and at the fucking trailer place. And then they jammed me up for an entire fucking day just being like, we can't write you a check unless the owner's here. And I never talked to the owner fucking once. Fucking sorry if you could kiss my fucking black dago ass.
Stay black, cocksuckers. I had this weed in my nutsack. It was stinking.
Yeah, like they had the ability to, like, so.
I was in the Waffle House. I had this fucking bag in my nutsack.
I had this bag in my nut. Fucking.
The fucking cooks were looking at me. The cop.
Policia, esta maruja.
The cop was fucking licking his chops, Joe Rogan. I had to fucking run out the back door.
That was the other thing.
Smoke that joint in the woods.
The one thing that did come out of that little interaction, though, was I got to watch that Vice documentary on E40 and G-Eazy. Like, do you like them at all? Like,
they're two totally different.
But they're from like they're the E40 reps G-Eazy. Like they're on the same label, and they like did a Vice, like a noisy about
G-Eazy's
them.
the white dude.
Yeah.
E40's the
Easy
50-year-old fat black dude.
Huge black dude that sells
Talks
malt
with that
liquor.
weird vernacular.
And
the songs though, like we played it on like 2 podcasts ago. Or I played one of his songs. And he has that weird ass. Ooh.
Yeah, he's like he was like the down to earth one, but yeah, that fucking other guy, I can't remember. It's something the Pharaoh. Like the fucking rolls with G-Eazy. I don't fucking know.
I'm not really. There's a few G-Eazy songs I like, but
he's kind
I haven't listened to him in a while.
He's kind of a punk.
Yeah,
he's like a
douche.
He's kind of like totally like West Coast. He's like West Coast quaff. Yeah, like he's like
the
that
Donald Draper of rap. He just go fuck himself.
He just like every video is just like him in black and white, and I'm like, or like
the
at least like the one
song called "I Mean It," which was one of his first big hits. It's kind of hard. Westy showed me that. Shout out to Westy back in like
West
2015 or something. We were crushing fucking Coors Lights, ripping darts in my room, man. And he's like, "I got a rap song for you."
I got a rap song for you.
Jeezy. We used to torture that kid because he didn't really like rap, and it was just like me and Stu and everyone, Shep, whoever, playing like the fucking most ratchet rap shit the whole night. Wesley's like, "Play Scared Nerd."
I like you're.
We'd give him the aux for one song. It's like fucking
Sweet Home Alabama.
Toby Keith, fucking.
My truck fucked my sister, and I had to
ate
kill
my dog.
Well, my dog fucked my girlfriend, who happens to be my aunt. No, like that. The fucking you had the best fucking take on like me listening, like my exposure to rap, because I have like such random like fucking rap songs that I like. Like, remember when I was like, yeah, I fuck with Petey Pablo, and you're like, where the fuck do you know Petey Pablo from? I was like, oh yeah, I ripped shots with Petey Pablo down at this fucking bar in Raleigh, and then I punched some army dude in the nuts in the same night. Oh yeah, and Eddie Lack was there too, the goalie for the Canes. It was like, none of that makes any sense. Well, let me start from the beginning. I work with a bunch of black dudes, and they all listen to rap all day long, and they play Petey Pablo. When we went out to the bar, Petey Pablo was there, so I bought shots with Petey Pablo.
North Carolina, it makes sense.
It just kind of did make sense.
Your rap taste is like a fucking
white suburban kid,
punk music listener. You're like, yeah, dude, I love the '90s, dude. Fucking Wu-Tang, brother. Like,
I like current rap.
Rock him, bro.
I still every now and then
Inspect a Deck.
I do like fucking Raekwon
and like fucking what else?
Ghostface.
You're like, yo, Biz Marquee, dog.
I do enjoy. I like.
You got what I need.
I like. There's a segment they did.
Say he's just a friend.
There's a segment they did. Vagine Bobs. You got. They did a segment with Patrice. Anthony couldn't name a single rap song, and he's like, Patrice puts on. He's like, I'm gonna start with the basics, and he puts on fucking Rock Box by fucking Run DMC, and I'm like, I really do like this song. Like this was back when rap was
The golden era.
Yeah, this was back when rap was a little more pure and refined. It's like, shut the fuck up, Scrock.
I can understand what they're saying.
They talk about, all they are is braggadocious and talk about how fly their kicks are. This is rap that's more my speed.
I feel like I could put on some like modern day turn up shit that you'd be like, what the fuck is he even saying? Like Lil Baby and shit, where he's just mumbling on auto tune.
Kodiak guy, not Kodiak
Black.
not Kodak Black, Kodiak, the fucking twins.
Island boy.
Dude, those fucking kids.
Shit gets stuck in my head. Like,
every fucking podcast is talking about Island Boy.
The Island boy.
Dude,
I'm just gonna Island boy.
Their cameo, they were doing that on Jim and Sam the other day. Their cameo is pretty fucking funny.
Jim and Sam bought a cameo?
No, they didn't buy a cameo. They did the Island Boys fucking did a cameo, and they were just like
on Jim and Sam.
No. They were just going over their cameos, and like their cameos are fucking hilarious because they're just like whatever's in their immediate.
I hated those guys. I don't know if my mic's too loud or if I'm too close or something. It's coming through loud on mine, but I hated those guys. I thought they were cringe as fuck, and then they were on a big podcast called No Jumper. #1 hip hop podcast in the world. Shout out to No Jumper. I think that's what it says in his intro or whatever. But yeah, they were on there. It was like a long form interview, and it was, I don't know. I was
are
like,
they
these guys
smart?
are actually
like, are they well spoken? Because like they kind of
They're
talk
not,
like
like,
this because they all got girls in and shit, and they sound fucking retarded, but like retarded troll dolls.
Yeah, they're not dumb. I don't know. They're not like
they're amping
eloquent,
it up,
but they're like
they're definitely amping it up for the image, right? Like it's like the
yes, but like I feel like they did come up from like an impoverished area or something. Like it's not fake. I don't think they're like really white suburban kids. Like I think they actually are from some real shit. Like just the way they talk.
Like
they probably are from like
a
rough area or something.
I just mean more like it strikes you as like like that's not an act. Like that's not like because G-Eazy strikes
face tattoos and shit are real.
Yeah, like the G-Eazy doesn't strike me as an act, but he strikes me as like a guy where he could be playing a fucking guitar and fucking people would be going crazy for him regardless. Like I don't think it's an act, but I do think
moped going by.
So, the Dewey Mobile.
Play you the song of our people of Idaho. I would totally rock a moped if I got a Dewey.
They have like
the e-bikes that do 35.
Yeah, those e-bikes are pretty fucking hot. There was people zipping around on those down in New Orleans.
Would you ride one of those, but you wouldn't ride a motorcycle?
No. I mean, I wouldn't ride an e-bike. I rode one of those bird scooters one time and almost wrapped myself around a fucking telephone pole.
What the hell's a bird scooter?
Bird scooter, like those things in cities where they're like a scooter and it's like kind of like a city bike, but instead you like it's just like it goes like 20 miles per hour. Dude, Jamie and I were fucking ripping shots and fucking. He's like, dude, they got these bird scooters. I was like, what the fuck is it? It's on
they're for hammered people.
Dude, yeah, it's like on like Hillsboro where it literally is like a hill, like the whole fucking street's a hill. And I was like, it says 20. I think I get to 25. Zipping around on this
like
thing,
crouched down,
dude.
Like
You can if you carve it a little bit, yeah, you could get a good clip going. But it has like a fucking like brake built into it, and like I couldn't get
or whatever.
Yeah, a little governor thing. And it tried to charge me like twice the amount that I like because like it's all like hooked into your phone.
It in the river.
No, I didn't throw it in the river. I didn't throw it in the river, but I did fucking turn it upside down. It turned it like upside down so the next person had like, and they're heavy, like they're like probably like 35 pounds because like Raleigh's like a pretty liberal city. I just had this mental image of like some fucking emaciated hipster trying to like I can't like fucking turn
some
this thing.
Fat vegan chick, fucking
yeah, just no muscle mass, like trying to turn. Like it was just amusing to me. I don't know if that translates, but it was like the mental image of like where we were in town is like just where like every beer garden, like outdoor patio, like fucking eatery.
You just got a 1-star review on your fucking city bike because you fucking left it upside down.
Yeah, my bird scooter.
Fucking deactivated.
I can't. Unfortunately, I'm not able to ride bird. They're banned in Raleigh anyway right now. Like,
why?
Because people get hit by cars. They literally put all of them like in the bar, the drinking district, where there's like a 35 mile per hour.
Home, but I'll ride this son bitch.
Dude, there's like a fucking.
I'll ride it back in the morning.
There's like a highway where like people are doing like 35, like right where the drinking drinking district is. And they're like, yeah, let's put a bunch of scooters down there. And no helmets. Like, none of that shit. It's just people fucking, like, drunk as fuck riding these things. And then they had a bright idea to put breathalyzers on them, too. But, like,
I was going to make that joke, like, 5 minutes ago.
I forget if they did or it was just, like, talked about. But, like, that was a talk. And they're like, yeah, you want strangers' blood. Like, because you would have to, like, put interlocks on every single one of these. And then people who have been drinking are now going to be putting their fucking mouths on these things.
There's vomit machines.
Fucking coked up people, like college kids. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can see me, like, putting my asshole directly on that and farting and seeing if I can get it to go off.
Just sitting there recording, giggling, waiting for the next person to walk up. The next person walks up. On your fucking butthole juice.
Why is this so salty?
This tastes like chocolate.
Dude, there was a guy.
Budgie breathalyzer.
There was a guy I saw. He had a YouTube channel. I guess it got shut down. Actually, I've never followed up on this. I'm talking completely speculatively right now. But there was a guy whose YouTube channel was he figured out how to hack interlock systems, and like there's like ways you could like go put like a vacuum, like one of those like little hand vacs in reverse. You could like rig it in a way where like so you could like blow that into the interlock system and it works. You'd have like a weather balloon and like blow that into. He's like it's good for the high.
I'm hammered.
There's also a guy. I think they did this on JonTron where he like said that like if you vape alcohol, like you don't get drunk off it, but you still feel the effects of it, but it like doesn't
the
raise your
thing or whatever.
It's not
LA Beast did.
It's not a balloon. It's like a
pump or whatever.
That might be it. It's not like it's like a fucking
penis.
Yeah, it's like a big glass penis. You put it in your ass and then like sit on it, and I get you high.
The priest told me in CCD. I was fucking zooted.
You want to hear a real wholesome CCD story?
Just to get that fucking holy water out of there.
I don't stop drinking the holy water, Joey. I was kicked out of my.
Were you molested?
I was never molested. Nah, I know for a fact. I was an altar boy. I was very fuckable. I was never molested. It was like
I'm going to the private country of fucking. What is it? The Vatican or whatever.
Yeah, Vatican. Yeah.
Vatican City. It's like its own country.
Yeah, that's Vatican is the reason that Switzerland was not involved in World War II. Believe it or not, everybody's like, "Oh no, they stayed neutral." No. It was because of the Vatican. So the Vatican is its own republic within the country of Italy. It's like it's holy ground essentially for Roman Catholics, but like it's its own thing. Like it operates. But do you think that the Vatican? Who do you think polices the Vatican rather?
The Vatican.
No. Like, who do you think? Like,
yeah, the Vatican police.
Like, you think? Well,
they're
not legally allowed to police their own thing. So what they?
UN?
So there's an exchange between Switzerland and the Vatican, where all of the Vatican's gold and precious metals and assets are stored in Switzerland in Swiss banks. In exchange, the Swiss Guard is who guards the Vatican. They're Swiss. Like diplomats, I guess, at this point, but they are like the equivalent of like special forces guys or like SWAT or something that like guard the Vatican. But yeah, those are Swiss soldiers. They are the Swiss Guard.
No shit, and that's why they couldn't go to World War II.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to bomb the Vatican, and they weren't allowed to bomb Switzerland. It was because Switzerland had everybody's. I think Germany also had assets stored in Switzerland, and like England obviously did. The U.S. did.
And remember, I had the dream the night before his wedding that he died.
Yeah, and then he just told everybody.
It's like, yo, dude, I had this dream that you fucking died. He was like,
why
all right, good luck.
Would you say that?
All right, good luck, man. See you afterward.
See you on the other side.
Literally, everyone was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, I just wanted to tell him, dude. I had the fucking dream. Stroka, I want you to stroke my penis.
Please, could you suck on my penis? Oh, bibbidi bobbidi boo. I still giggle at that one. The fucking chick, when I was talking a bunch of shit on NPR's fucking Facebook page, there's like one lady that, fuck, I gotta fucking pull it up. It's so fucking funny.
Look that part up, Jamie.
Yeah.
Cut that part
out. Cut that part out. Cut it out. Dude, this lady got so irrationally mad at my last name. It was fucking limo.
If I answer that, that's like a 45-minute call, so I'm just not gonna.
Not gonna fucking. I can't be bothered with it, babe. Fuck, where is it? It's so fucking funny. Because it was just like the most irrational fucking reaction to. It was like somebody fucking. Oh, right here. Okay. So this is from, like, I was on NPR's page, and they had something about some guy that hunts big game, and everybody's like, you can't do that. And it's like one of those ones where if you actually read the article, the dude does it in a way where it's like they only hunt old dying animals that are just going to get picked off by like poachers anyway. So they kill it so that they can redistribute the meat to the local like townspeople, basically, so that they can fucking eat. It's not like philanthropy, but it is like a fucking thing where this dude paid like 20 grand to some African village to shoot a big ass elephant, and then everybody kind of benefits from it. They get 20 grand and a bunch of fucking food, and then this guy gets to fucking take a trophy photo with it. Like, that's all it really is. And I don't see any fucking problem with that if it was an old sick elephant that's gonna die in a week anyway, and then they're not gonna be able to eat it because it's gonna be rancid. Like, it's just a whole bunch of fucking problems I have. Like, but anyway, I like stated that case very clearly, like I just did to you, and everybody's like, oh, so you're cool with people just hunting whatever they want, wherever they want, blah, 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 going off and fucking whatever tangential fucking direction they wanted. But this one chick just out of the fucking blue hits me with, her name is Francesca Mazzolani. Just another fascist with an Italian surname. What happened? Did the U.S. import you all? What can I say? They took our trash. It's unbelievable. So that's what she said, and then I just responded with the Peter Griffin, bobbity bibbity boobity. Like, it was like the most fucking asinine retort to anything I said. Like how am I a fascist? Because I'm like,
You are.
You're not wrong.
She makes
Like,
a good point.
she does. I'm a Nazi. And they're just like telling me about how there's these bugs that have been bothering them, and they got worse after the hurricane because like I figured like the rain would like wash them away or whatever. But like basically he's just described it as he had fleas, and I'm like, ew, you have fleas? He's like, nah, they're not like fleas. They're like these bugs that just they get in your hair and all over your clothes and they bite you. And I was like, yeah, fleas.
Lice.
You have fleas. And he's like, nah, it's not fleas. And it's like, he's like, yeah, they're little black specks and they jump off you if you try to swat them, like 6 jump. And I was like, yes, you have fleas. Like,
they're itchy as a sumbitch.
oh, I fucking hate them. Did I ever tell you about?
I've been around some pets that have had it and itchy as fuck.
How did you deal with it?
Took them to the vet.
Did you like bug bomb your house? I mean, or like did you?
I don't
call
think it was like infested in the house.
Oh,
It
just
was
on the
on
pet.
animal and like
change
laying with you and shit.
change your sheets.
Yeah,
and,
wash
like,
everything and
I
fucking
gotcha.
give them the fucking ointment.
So
The ointment.
this is actually a story I can tell. When I was in fuck you. When I was in college, my roommate Frankie bought a dog from a gas station.
Educated Joey Scrocca.
It took me an extra semester. I'm not that smart. But no, when I was in college, Frankie came home with a fucking dog that he bought at the gas station. And I was like, Frank, they don't fucking sell dogs there. Fucking cracking them up, babe.
It's not the dog station. It's the fucking gas station. Fucking fill them up. Just shove the gas thing up dog's ass. Fucking, this gas can keeps balking.
This is not. It's 1 horsepower dog.
Why's my dog
My
dead?
engine died. Call AAA. You gotta jump the
It
dog.
runs on diesel. Jumps on the dog, just you jumping up and down on this carcass.
Putting the fucking jumper cables on.
On its nipples.
I need more jumper cables. Wait, there's one really big ground cable poking out. Looks like lipstick.
It's a delicious treat.
Oh, it's a suck start.
Suck start.
Fucking dogs. That's so stupid.
I was passed out.
Yeah, annual the
The one
episode.
that got me was suck start.
Suck
Just fucking-
How do you start your car? Isn't that how you start? Don't you just suck on the kickstand on your motorcycle till it turns over? We're fucking idiots. This podcast is awful.
Oh, fuck.
But yeah, so my roommate comes home with a dog, and the dog, of course, gives us all fleas, and everybody's, because the dog's in every room, and it's like on the couch, and everybody's sitting on the couch, so like we all get fucking fleas. And yeah, we had to suck. Oh, quit sucking on my dog, Bam. Oh, come on, Bam, I gotta get up in the morning. You're trying to sunk on my dog. Quit sunking on my dog.
So you had to sell the couch and the dog?
No, we got the dog treatment at the vet. I had Cinco at the time, so I had to take Cinco to the vet and get him some fucking flea medication. But then, yeah, we had this guy come fucking do a like professional bug bomb of the house, like an exterminator. The guy shows up and he's in this jumpsuit. He's in my room, and we're like explaining to him where everything needs to go and like where the dog was and shit. Talk to him real briefly. It turns out Mark's like dad knows the guy. It's like Mark's neighbor's brother or some shit. So
small world.
Yeah, so they got the guy to come up. He did the extermination. We get to go back in there 6 hours later, and everything's hunky-dory. No more fleas. So fast forward.
Top Magoo, Joe Rogan.
Top fucking excellent service. So this story takes quite the turn about 7 years later. So it's about 2019, and I get a call from Mark, and he's like, hey, so you see the news lately? And like, nah, not really. Wow, what's going on? He's like, yeah, my neighbor's house fucking exploded. I'm like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, and his brother's house across town burnt down too, and they found him dead on his lawn with 2 gunshots to the back of the head.
Suicide.
Yeah. Fucking, so I guess where the case is now, what happened was the guy that I met in my room, apparently he killed his brother execution style on his front lawn, then went up, stabbed his brother's wife and his niece and nephew to death, and then lit their house on fire, and then went back to his house, and then fucking blew up his own house where nobody was, and tried to make it look like it was a mob hit on the family, but they have like pretty sufficient evidence that it was him.
This guy on the lam?
No, this guy's like in fucking Interpol, like holding, like, because he's tied to the mob. The dude that bug bombed my house was
fucking bombed his house.
Yeah, like, dude, like, it's one of those, and like I get updates every now and then from Mark about the fucking story, and I want to have Mark on just because he's all about like the true crime shit. And like he knows the story real well because he's like very close to the fucking family and knows like everybody involved, and he'll give like a really good rundown. But like they're like tied into like the 5 families and shit, and they think like somebody owed somebody money, and then the brother was supposed to be like the bag man. Bag never came through, and then they fucking knocked him off, and like or like
gave him some fucking pesticides
or he wanted
couldn't refuse.
Yeah, but it was just like, it was like one of those things where it's like, wow, I fucking shook the hand of a guy that killed his whole fucking family. That's
pretty
wild.
cool.
What else did I do in Louisiana? Oh, man.
Did you visit your old work?
No, I didn't go.
Ounces of flies you fuck your old manager.
I wanted to yeah. I wanted to go back there so fucking bad, but it never worked out time-wise for me to like be at that part of town when like I had nothing to do.
4 ounces of
I
flies.
did drive by it though, and it was open. I was like, fuck, I should drive through.
Ding, flies are done.
Flies are done. I don't think I've told that one. I think I told it on the Ollie pod, but I don't think I've ever told about that. Fucking working at Raising Cane's.
Fucking Muhammad Ali.
Jamie sent me a thing. There's like that app Green Door where you can like review your fucking employers and like places you've worked and shit. And the Green Door he sent me after I told him I got a job there was like 1 star. This is the closest thing to slavery I've ever done. And like I was like, I can't be that bad. It's probably just like some disgruntled kid. I got there and it was the worst fucking job I ever fucking had. I worked there for 3 fucking days, the bulk of which they hand you an iPad and make you do like the HR shit where you have to like watch a thing on sexual harassment, watch a thing on like you can't like give people
Get your
free
dick out of there,
food.
Joe.
Yeah, quit trying to sunk on my dick.
I gotta make the fries. Sunk on my dink.
Wake up and make that. Quit trying to sunk on my dick, Joe.
My dink.
My dick. It's sunken on my dink. But yeah,
It's a sunk start. I'm
trying to sunk start the fryer, Joe.
Come on, Bam. You got to sunk on the dong's thing to get them fucking started. Come on, dude.
How many
Sunk
dogs?
start.
I got so many dogs in the kitchen trying to sunk start this place. Yeah, like they give you an iPad and they're like, yeah. So my first day was 6 hours watching a fucking iPad that taught me absolutely nothing I didn't know, which is like don't grope people and don't give away free food. 6 hours for that, and then the last 2 hours they put me on toast, where I would put butter on a grill and then put bread on the grill and make toast and then give it to a lady.
Toast.
But I would have
Jim Norton's nickname in high school.
toast to paint.
Toast.
But like I would have to do that and then say bread up, and like I was like, but we're making toast. Don't I say toast? And they're like, no. For certain reasons you have to say bread up. And I'm like, okay. So I would say bread up and then walk it like 6 feet and then go
bird
back.
Up.
Yeah. Well, that was the other thing. You'd say bird down, bird up, and I would fucking chuckle, and nobody watched the Eric Andre show there. So I was like, the worst show on television. But
Bird up.
yeah. So like they had like the second day I worked there, they had all this weird shit that I had to do. Like you have to weigh the raw chicken, and then you have to average the weight of the raw chicken to figure out how hot to make the fryers, because they don't want to. They make you cook the fryers on time. Most of cooking is feel, especially when you're working with a deep fryer, because you can very easily overcook or undercook something in a deep fryer if you don't know what you're doing. Like chicken, for example, when you're putting raw chicken into a deep fryer, what you're supposed to do is par cook it, get it like 40% of the way cooked on the outside, so that like it looks like pretty good, but then it's still raw in the middle. Then you let it rest for a second, let all that temperature that the grease clinging to the outside of the chicken has raise the internal temperature a little bit further, and then you re-drop it so that you don't overcook the outside or undercook the inside. It's just a principle of cooking chicken that you should know if you're working a deep fryer. But no, they can't do that. They have to put them on timers. And then because they put
David Tell.
Yeah, I did. They put them on and I'm banging the fucking retarded chick on the fryer. They say she's retarded, but those titties ain't retarded. I drink tequila, as I like to call it, time travel. Dude, I listened to Skanks for the Memories twice on the ride down. That fucking album slays me. Fucking, it's the one fucking joke. Have you ever been so drunk that you get pulled over by the Coast Guard? It's so stupid. It's hilarious, though. But yeah,
She said I couldn't come till the timer went off, and I beat the timer.
Sparklers, or as I like to call them, fireworks gay cousins. But yeah, the second day there, I had to weigh all this raw chicken, and then I had to sit down and watch another 2 hours of a fucking safety meeting, which means like I thought safety meeting meant everybody goes and gets high. No, safety meeting is I had to watch it was like an episode of 60 Minutes on YouTube about Raising Cane's, where like someone followed someone to the dumpster trying to rob the store, and then
jerk 'em off.
They didn't realize that you had to sunk start the back door to get no. Yeah, I gotta sunk start this safe, bam.
I gotta sunk start this retard to go to give up the loot.
But yeah, like the door locks from the inside or from the outside, so you can't get back in if you're taking the garbage out. You have to like literally be let back in. And they saw someone getting robbed, so they just locked the door and called 911. So the robber just shot the guy taking the garbage out in the face, and he died. So that was like part of my
what do you
training.
mean those ain't bags full of money?
Yeah, like it was the dumbest fucking thing. So like I'm already pretty fed up
what's
with like
the procedure? You're supposed to like
just do whatever do whatever they say. Is like they're just like don't try and argue with them. Don't whatever. It's like but this guy did what they said and he got shot in the face and like they were like yeah just
shot
ignore
Marvin
it.
in the face.
Yeah, shit. I shot Marvin in the sung Marvin in the dink. Bit never gets old. It's so fucking good. It's like my comfort blanket.
I sunk Marvin in the dink.
His fucking brains are all over the back seat.
Fucking
Sunk story. But no, so
cut that pot out.
The
It
third,
was really funny when I first walked up. I had like this goofy smile on my face, and you walked out already in chip mode. You're like, I'm ready,
dude.
Just fucking.
The third day was where I drew the line though, because the third day was when they had there's like owner manager guys, like he's like I guess like a part owner, like they have like a principal investor, but like then there's like people that buy I guess like a percent of the company like after working there for so long. And this guy, like, after all of my shit, he has to give you a personal rundown, so no more tablets. He just gives me a personal walkthrough of everything that I've been working here for 2 days already. I kind of know where shit is. Like, I know where the gloves are. I know where the soap is. Like, and he's got to give me a personal tour. But the thing that fucking got me, and I was like,
here's the sunk station.
Yeah, got sunk on my dink under the register. the thing that got me was like the first fucking thing he does.
Dude, you're on sunk duty.
You gotta sunk the drive-thru. You're gonna be down there sunken her dink. Yeah, how fucking cunty is this? He fucking walks me in front of this cork board that's like got like all of like the fucking like upcoming fucking Flag Day event or whatever the fuck they do. They walks by it and there's a picture of the owner of the like, not the franchise, like the head owner of like the CEO of the company. That's what I'm trying to fucking say here.
Head dink sunker.
Yeah, the head dink sunker. The fucking the DEO. The DS. So stupid. It's so fucking stupid. You making burnt noises? Give me that fucking blunt. You're cutting you off. Cutting you off, faggot.
The
So
fucking cracking them up, dude.
They walk me by this corkboard and the guy goes, "This is so and so. He's the CEO of the company. He makes significantly more money than me, but I won't hold it against him." And it was one of those things where I could tell that this was from a script that he had to say that, and I'm like, "Oh, you fucking cuck, bitch, fucking faggot! Like, why would you say that? Like, what the fuck is like?" Like, if me working here means that that's the trajectory I'm on right now, I'm already over the shit. This is
going to buy rope.
This is literally like the first thing the guy fucking shows me in the morning on this walkthrough shit. So I'm already pretty salty that he has to do this, and I'm walking through, and this fucking guy's like, he makes more money than me, but won't hold it. Like, I'm just
got to sunk his dink.
Yeah, fucking kill me now. So then that guy has to do some other shit, so he leaves me with the next person in charge, which is this retarded well, there's the retarded chick, and then there's this hot cunty chick. It was Jody.
I thought they were the same person.
No, there was this hot chick. Yeah, fucking give you that one. The hot chick was the chick that did the interview where she told me I was overqualified. She's like, "You seem that you have
overweight."
A lot." Hey, you got nicer tits than me, babe. She's like, "You're overqualified for this. Why don't you try cooking down on like Bourbon Street or something?" And I was like,
"Go to an Outback Steakhouse."
I was like, "Why don't you fucking like? You got a nice rack. Why don't you go down Bourbon Street and fucking swing around on a pole? Yeah, why don't you try sunken on a dink or something?" Like, but she like for real fucking like completely undermined me, and then began to like pawn all of her responsibilities off on the other manager, which was the retarded chick. And like, I hadn't been given a rundown on the duties yet that this fucking chick was expecting of me, so I didn't know that 4 ounces of fries go in the fucking to-go containers. So they put me on to-go containers, and I'm putting fries in by the handful, and she's like, "Joe, I have told you already, if you do not put 4 ounces of fries in the containers..."
Were you overgiving or undergiving?
No, like I was just putting what seemed like a reasonable portion. Like, it's a container that looks like, like you fill it till it closes. Yeah. Like it's not brain surgery. Like, you just fucking fill it. But she's like,
"You gave 5 ounces of fries."
"Joe, that is clearly not 4 ounces of fries. How many times do I have to tell you?" So...
Were you under or over? Were you light?
I was like in the middle. It was like 3.8, 4.2. It wasn't like it had to be precisely 4 ounces. Like,
did they have a little scale there?
Yeah. And she like brought the scale out, and then like I would make it 4, and then like a couple would go by and it would be like 4.1.
4 cooked or
4 cooked, yeah. Like, but it's like you're just like,
if you're weighing it before you dropped them.
No. Like, they have like a big basket thing, and then they have like a little. Here, I'm fucking hogging this.
Stop bogarting the fucking joint, babe.
No, they have like a little basket thing that they like dump it right out of the fryer into. And then that little basket thing, you just like reach in with a scooper, which is like a pre-portioned thing, and then like go in there. Well, they didn't give me a scooper, so I was just reaching in by the handful. So like, she was like, "If you're gonna use your hands, you have to." It was like, "Well, where's the scooper?" She's like, "I don't know, just weigh out 4 ounces of fries." So I would like fucking 4 ounces of fries, okay, good. Then the next one, 4 ounces of fries would be good. And then she's like, wait. And then we pull out the scale and fucking put it up there. And I'm like, yo, fucking like just, you're jamming up the drive-thru. Like, just fucking sell it. And she's like, this is 4.1 ounces of fries. Yo, it needs to be 4 ounces of fries. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So
and you pulling out the digi.
So she like
fries.
She's like fucking driving me fucking crazy. And then like the other chick eventually sees this and can see I'm visibly annoyed. So they put me on dishes. So they have a 3-compartment sink. I'm not a fucking genius, but I know how a 3-compartment sink works. You got a hot water with sanitizer in it. Then you got a rinse. Then you got a sandy station like with soap and bubbles, and then you got a rinse station, and then you got a drying rack. That's how a 3-compartment sink works. So I filled it up to the specifications. They even had a little thing on the wall where you like push the thing and it fills the adequate amounts up. So 3-compartment sink's ready to roll. Out of nowhere, this fucking fat retard comes back over, stomps over. Did you put the red thing in the scrub thing? She's like, did you put that into the red compartment in the sink? And I'm like, yes, it's red, so like it goes in there. She's like, that is not what that is for, Joseph. You could cross-contaminate something. I was like, we're using chemical wash and bleach, so no, you can't cross-contaminate. It just means that like you probably want to use that as a pre-wash. Why would you color code it like it just was like it was something that didn't make sense, but like if you were setting it up blind, it was like, oh, blue goes with blue, white goes with white, red goes with red. And she like flipped out. So then the other manager sees this again and then takes me off dishes and puts a headset on me. So now I'm working drive-through and I'm not allowed to talk to people, but I can hear the interactions going on and I can hear what she's doing so I can get a step ahead so I can start making the platters. So that's when I started hearing the chicky, 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 what are you picky? Because you have to come up with like a new fucking freestyle like every fucking time. You do.
Really?
Yeah, like yeah. So that was why I was like chicky chicky chicky, cluck cluck cluck. What can I get you for $1? And like stuff like
cluck,
that.
Cluck cluck. Let me sunk on your dink.
Yeah, like and it was just killing me. And I'm like trying not to laugh because she's really doing a good job. But like after just berating me this whole time and then hearing her spaz like on the fucking do her little thing on the fucking headsets, I'm just like I am so over this shit. I'm trying to fucking get that dink sunk before I get yo babe, meet me in the broom closet. So I got like maybe 20 minutes. So like they take the heads off me because they can see me cracking up and like they make me go do like one little other bit of paperwork I had to do to like finalize that I'm working there. And I'm just like
quit.
So I'm just like, yeah, whatever, I'll do it. So it's like 20 minutes where I don't have to be back there listening to this fat moron. So myself. They just have a mirror. so I go and do this little bit of paperwork, and then I go back to the back office and file the paperwork with the guy, and he's like, oh yeah, before you clock out, you just got to do one last thing. It's your last duty, and then you can go and swipe out. I was like, okay, cool. So I go to the back. It's the fat retard, and then this like kind of frumpy chick who was like very nice to me all day, but she just was like clearly not, like she was extremely disenfranchised with the job. Like I could tell her, like just like everything about the way she carried herself the entire day. Not a single word to fucking anyone that wasn't necessary. Like didn't even like, she just like stared at the ground, looked defeated. Like she was probably like 25 and was like paying her way through nursing school or some shit, just completely defeated. But me, her, and the fat retard all go into the fucking cooler, and they have these rolling racks.
Bar.
Yeah, there's like a fucking rack that has wheels on it, and you put these Cambros, which are big plastic containers that you put the chicken in, and you put salt and water in there, and that brines the chicken. So you put the Cambros in a stack, and they stack interlocking on top of each other. So you can get about 10 of them high, and they'll fit on the rack. But it says very clearly on the door, do not move if higher than 4, because it's really heavy when there's water and chicken in there. So this fat retard just starts pulling at the fucking rack, and me and this frumpy chick are just kind of like, you gonna say anything? And I was like, nope. And I'm like, yeah, she's been breaking my balls all day. I'm not fucking saying shit. Like, we didn't say anything, but there was just that eye contact moment where we're like, yeah, fuck her. Yeah. Fuck everything about this shit. So we just watch the entire rack fall. Like, she just yanks it perfectly back where the wheels lock up, and the whole top, like 5 of them just fall on her and just smash. And she makes this amazing retard noise. And I was just... I feel like the only way I could explain it was that exact Segura laugh where you're just like, like it's like a total sociopath fucking laugh where you're just like, you got what you fucking coming to, you bitch.
Stupid.
Yeah. So yeah, like I left, I never came back, and I got a text from the GM 2 days later, like, oh, so you're just not coming back. I was like, fuck no.
Absolutely not.
I'm just like self-incriminating.
Planning on dropping some hard R's.
Oh, absolutely not. I'd probably leave.
Why?
No, we only censor like last names, and that's the other time, or like when the segments are kind of they need to be like cut up for time or whatever.
Okay,
That's the only time you hear the
perfect.
bleeps. You could say fuck and shit and fart and anything you want. In fact, I was gonna tell Jake a story earlier about how I got kicked out of CCD when I was a little kid because
Sunken on my dink.
yeah. So I was in CCD, and there was something where you gotta like give something up for Lent, and I said that I was gonna give up farting for Lent. So naturally, I got kicked out of class, and they sent me down to the head nun's office. Sister Mary Beth was her name, and
Sounds fake.
no, Sister Mary Beth was her name. She was there for a while. But Sister Mary Beth asked me what I did. I said I got kicked out of class because I said, and I couldn't say fart in front of a nun, so I said the F word. And she goes, oh, no, you didn't. Not in the Lord's house. And I had to like sit there, and my mom got there. I got fucking yelled at by her and the nun at the same time. And then I get in the car, and I'm crying because I'm like 9. And she's like, why would you say the F word? I was like, I said fart. I didn't say the other F word. She's like, oh. And she's like, why didn't you just say that? And I was like, you try saying fart to a nun. Like, God damn, she went in there and cleared it up, but she had to like.
I wasn't allowed to say fart when I was a little kid.
I was like.
It was a banned word. My grandma wouldn't allow it, and we get yelled at if you said it, and the word that we were supposed to replace it with was foofy. I swear to God. I was like 7 going around in the neighborhood being like, I just foofied.
Dropping some foofs.
That's why kids get bullied now, because we're not allowed to say fart. 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 We're not allowed to say fart.